cigar. Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar. Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar.
3030.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar.
331
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar.
Would you paint Bob Denver?
Yeah, John Denver.
All the Gilligans?
Who's Bob Denver?
Gilligan? What about Don Knotts?
Who's Don Knotts? He's a comedian?
He was on Andy Griffith and Three's Company. He had buggy eyes.
Yeah, I'll paint.
Hey Gilligan!
I'll paint anybody.
Hey Andy Griffin! His name was Andy Griffin, but on the show is something else. Right?
What do you think about like
Are you playing the Rolling Stones there?
Yeah. It's chopped up though. Ready? Check out this mix goes.
Stand back and stand by, 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 stand back.
You heard of fake news?
Well, a naked man is chasing a woman through an alley with a butcher knife and a heart on. I figure he isn't out collecting for the Red Cross. Or a naked man is chasing a woman through an alley with a butcher knife and a heart on. I figure he isn't out collecting for the Red Cross.
What do you think of? Do you know like about the Proud Boys?
Why am I here again?
I need you. I can't live without you.
You paid me for 2 more episodes after this, and then
we're on a payment plan. Like whatever I got, it's like I can't pay by the month, but I only can pay by the use. So whatever money I have,
we have to work out after. You get 1 more episode after this, and then we have to work out another deal.
Totally, I get like it's like data. I only can use a certain amount of data per month.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's.
What do you know about the Proud Boys? You know, Jewish people are allowed to be in the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Jewish men.
Are they?
Yeah, a lot of Jewish men are in the Proud
Why?
Boys. Because it's a boys group.
But it's a hate group.
It's a men's group. There is no hate about it. Tell me a hate group. Like what did they say? They just said no women are allowed.
They're too violent.
But they only are violent because they like to beat up Antifa people that start shit. Like they can't stand vegans.
They kill people.
They've killed people? Who they killed? They've killed people?
You sound so surprised.
Who they killed?
I don't know. People.
JFK?
They killed that guy.
Which guy?
He was in Portland. He killed some other guy.
Really?
He killed a Trump supporter, and then they killed him.
Everything I've looked up, depending on the media, how they jam the signal, is I've seen him do interviews with. I've seen him do talks with Cornel West. He's actually agreed a lot with Cornel West. The Gavin McInnes. Like he actually agrees quite well with him. Anyways, I think it's a huge farce. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm also not a punk bitch either.
Can I just announce one thing here on this podcast?
Yeah, go ahead and announce it.
Where's the camera? Right there?
Yep.
Go back on me.
Move around. All right.
I'm riding with Biden. I got my ballot. I'm about to jump on the horse.
How can you during this podcast? Can you persuade me to vote for Biden? Can you make that a certain priority of this podcast? Whenever you have like free time during the conversation, you try to persuade me to vote for Biden.
I just think he's a better guy. He's warmer.
He's warmer?
He's like a granddad.
I heard his legs when he gets out of the pool. His legs he gets these little goosebumps, and he likes people to pet him.
The roaches.
No, he likes his legs. He likes little boys to pet his legs.
Yeah, like I know. It's not sexual.
Okay. All right, you're right. It isn't. Shaft! Hey, how was your movie?
I don't want to make any. I don't want to put any expectations on this movie,
Yeah.
but this is gonna be a big deal when it comes out.
Really? How do you feel?
big deal.
Tell me about tell me about the psychology of the actor. Like what new thing did you find out about your own craft? Because I know you don't do this all the time. I mean, I know you know about
You
the
have
craft.
to keep the crew happy and engaged.
Engaged. And
You know how in comedy you're playing to the audience.
yeah.
You have to keep the crew stimulated so they'll make you look good.
Okay.
If you're just phoning it in, they won't put the camera good.
And you just got to be obedient
You just got to create good relationships with the different departments.
and have fun. Is it about having fun or no?
No. Don't have fun. I mean, if you have
It's
fun,
do your job
do your job.
and be professional.
When you're acting, right?
Yeah.
It's work. It could be fun, but it's work most of the time. But for the reward of that work, it's like a good investment of your time. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I make a sandwich, someone eats it, I'm not really going to get any. That doesn't really come back to me later.
Okay.
It's just like
But a movie's recorded. It can be played over and over again.
It's a good return on your investment of your time if you do a good job.
Because it's always being used.
And it can help you out, and people will see it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, with art.
It's just like it's an economical way to work. And
But I could argue that pretty well. I could say everything has that. It's called a memory. You make a good sandwich, if it sticks in their memory, they're going to come back and get another sandwich. They don't need to have the sandwich replayed in their head.
But they don't care about you.
Sandwich people?
Like they don't care who made the sandwich.
See that you're sounding like one of those leftist victims. You sound like one of those SJW victims. Like the world's so stacked against me. There's no, capitalism. I'm such a dumbass. I don't know how to use capitalism to my advantage. When you could, if you made a good sandwich, like you could make a great sandwich, and they would come back. You could have your own sandwich shop.
I mean, then you become a famous chef if you like your sandwich.
Yeah.
If your sandwich skills exceed the place where you're working,
Yeah.
then go off and do your own.
Yeah. I mean, under Biden, you're not going to be able to make a sandwich shop. Actually, not even under Trump. You're only going to make a sandwich shop by making a sandwich shop. But when you start giving government too much power, which is under Biden, that's the issue. The more power we can take away from government, that's what's good about Trump, is that he's not a good guy. He's an idiot. He's a piece of shit. The idea is that you want to get things away from government so that you could have the power to actually start your own sandwich shop.
Well, the other way I'm looking at it is
You want to weaken the government. Trump's weakening the government. Don't you think? Or no? Do I sound like a Trump supporter here?
yeah.
But what about weakening the government? These are great vegan
Did he do
anarchists.
that?
Yeah.
How?
He's been weakening it. He's kicking out these freaking these old familiar relationships.
I didn't see it.
Why is the whole world up in arms against him? Because he's a racist? Are you kidding me? Would you agree with that?
No, because he goes against the grain.
Yeah, because
Intentionally.
he's weakening the government. He's gonna have there's gonna be an anarcho-capitalist country if we keep Trump in charge. It's gonna be stressful for a bunch of idiots that want to focus on Trump, but those that don't want to focus on Trump make a good sandwich, like we did the last 4 years. Like the last 4 years of my life, I could care less. It was all these other idiots. I could just tell how small their intelligence was by how much they focus on Trump. Also, how low their creativity level was about how much they focus on Trump. How bad their art was by how much they focus on Trump.
I honestly,
You don't want to be political.
no, not that. I don't think it matters as much as people.
It doesn't. But I guarantee you put Biden and that other fucking devil in there. They're devils, man.
I think you could turn off the news one day
Yeah.
and you won't even notice who was
I
president.
know. Sure. You're right.
I got $1,200 back. I guess that was, that was the biggest thing that I saw out of that.
Trump's going to cut Trump's gonna cut our $1,200 check if you vote for him.
He's gonna give it to us.
But you gotta vote for him. Can you imagine he could probably figure that out if you did it right? Like, if you vote for me, it's against the law for me to bribe you. But
He just looks at who voted for him.
I'll give you a $1,200 stimulus.
The other thing is that I like watching the news, and I sort of liked it when Trump in the beginning because it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was like new, but it's the same shit over. I want to read about someone new.
So you want that? You want this? You want Sleepy Joe Biden in there?
It's
this
not even
boring. This boring old fuck.
I think he's funny.
If you were to ask me, let's just say hypothetically, I was black. You know which white man I would hate more?
Who?
Biden.
Why?
Because he's crippled. He has no swag. He's a fucking. He's just a fucking weak bitch.
But he's a good guy.
They never rapped about Biden. They never rapped about Biden. They always rapped about Trump. Biden's weak. He's
yeah.
Trump this, Trump that, man. Trump was like a #1 rap star. And now they threw the race card out there. I'm scared to see what's gonna happen to this whole thing because it's not gonna work. Either way, it's gonna be. Either way, the people that they thought were underdogs and they vote for Biden for salvation, they're gonna get punished more. That's what's scary. There's gonna be giant, horrible things happening. Deportation. The wall's gonna get bigger under Biden, even though they don't say it. It's gonna get crazier with cops. Because the more they're gonna, it's all bullshit. But anyways, I ain't even for Trump, so fuck Trump. But when I see these people support these devils, this podcast isn't even funny. Let's go back to something else. Why is this beat so fucked up? Corona.
Why don't you start a new group of Phoenix?
A rap group?
Artists for Trump.
I can't do that because we have a bunch of ignorant people in Phoenix, and they would just consider me like having a swastika tattoo or something. I swear to God, they would just, if I said that, they would be like, "Oh, I noticed some things on his Facebook. I think I've seen some swastikas in there. I think I've seen some KKK stuff."
They'll comb it with a fine tune.
Fine comb.
Well, there's a guy, I guess, another artist in Phoenix.
Yeah, he's for Trump.
No, he had a swastika in his office, and they canceled him.
Was he Native American? Because they're allowed to have
No,
that.
he's a white guy.
Oh, that's trouble. Is he a real thing? Does he really hate Jews?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to say.
He's trying to be cool.
I don't think that's cool. No, but I want to do something. What do you think about this campaign? Biden, pay me. Pay me. I'm an artist. Pay me. All you Biden supporters, buy my art. If you don't, I'm voting for Trump. I'm gonna hold him hostage. Could I actually hold people hostage with my vote? Pay me and I'll vote for Biden. Otherwise, these people die. Like, could I do that? Do you get the collateral damage of that statement? That's not funny.
I'm having a brain fart right now.
That shit happens. So, you ever watch the show Hoarders?
Yeah.
I was watching this one episode where this woman actually would keep shitting in her cup and peeing in a cup because she couldn't.
I saw that one.
And then the granddaughter, had to say, the one lady interrogated her
and she documented all her shits and saved them in a cabinet.
No, but she just
she
just threw them on the floor, I guess. But anyways, the daughter said, "Did she do this in front of you?" And she's like, "Yeah." She would poop in front of me. She was like a modern day Gigi Allen, you know? It was so beautiful. I'm gonna if I run for president, my campaign is gonna be all about like putting hoarders in concentration camps, just murdering them, and then everybody's for me. You're like, yeah, I can't stand hoarders either. They're the ones who are causing all the problems with all their trash, all their packages. No.
This one's getting dark.
Could I rally a whole nationalistic group around to get rid of hoarders?
I think people feel sorry for them.
Yeah, you can say that again. They love just stacking that shit up in their house. But if their rats are eating through the wall into your apartment, something has to happen. What do you think about if a neighbor puts a little bit of poison on their side of the property, but their dog's nose can get through it and get the poison? Is that okay? Is that considered
Jesus,
murder?
this is a depressing one.
Because this happens every day in this country. Like, they're not going to throw the poison over the fence because that'd be illegal. But they can just say, oops, I dropped some terpenoid inside some dog food and some steak, and they just eat it. You ever marinate a steak in terpenoid? That'll kill a dog. It'll eat right through their intestines. And they'll eat the steak, too. Especially if it's nice and raw. You ever heard that one?
This one's bumming me out. This podcast.
Right. Change it, man. Change the channel, dude. Change the channel.
This podcast is bumming me out.
Is it really? Here, take a little here.
Maybe we should have came up with an outline.
See that money right there is too new. It just got printed by the mint.
Where'd you get that?
So you know how to launder money? Is this right here. See, this is how you launder money right here. So you put it in a bag, you put it in the laundry machine, and you get your bills like that. So it looks used.
Do you know what? There's an artist who draws a perfect $100 bill.
I seen this guy actually stencil them.
Yeah, and then he goes, and if he has to buy like if he has to buy paint or something, he goes to the store. He goes, "This is a fake $100 bill."
But it's my art.
But if you exchange this, it's gonna be worth $1,000 because I'm a famous artist. So just let me buy this paint with this fake $100 bill. Did you see that guy?
Is this a YouTube thing?
I saw it years and years ago. I think it was on TV.
What's your view on professionality? Like what is? You ever seen people act too professional, and it's a turnoff?
Yeah.
Like Ben Shapiro acts too professional. Don't you think? I mean, he's really professional.
I think he studied debate.
But the way he does his news is that he goes in and he gives you a lot of data quick.
Yeah.
He's really good at that. Like he's like Tucker Carlson.
I think he it's hard to argue with him because he just throws so many facts at you at once.
He's like a Noam Chomsky.
You can't
He's like a faster Noam Chomsky.
Yeah.
I was listening to Noam Chomsky today, dude. That guy's really smart.
I don't like him.
I don't either, but he's smart though. Come on, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
Like you would lose. I think Noam Chomsky would beat Ben Shapiro in a debate, easy.
I don't understand how he got from linguistics to like
the political pundit.
I don't see the connection there.
He reads like 20 newspapers, dude. He's a data retrieval guy.
But how does that connect to like a government overthrow?
He's able to obtain a lot of information at one time. Faster than other people. I think Ben Shapiro's.
Yeah, but it's all theory. He's not doing anything with it. He's not putting it into practice.
That shit bums me out.
He's just talking about it to some wannabe anarchists. Like Eddie Van Halen. He could actually play the guitar and he changed the world by doing it. What's Noam Chomsky doing? Complaining about the government? That doesn't do anything.
Wow, man, you really don't like Noam. I mean, that's cool.
He's a fucking idiot. A smart guy. I mean, a smart idiot.
Do you think Alex Jones is smarter than Noam Chomsky? Noam Chomsky?
I think Norm Chomsky is smart, but it's like, what happens if you're smart and you just play World of Warcraft in your mom's basement all day long? It doesn't mean anything. You're not putting it into the world.
I can agree with that.
Look, Trump's not the smartest guy in the world, but he's the president now. Why isn't Norm Chomsky the president?
No, Trump's a doer. Chomsky's not a doer. He's always worked for the Academy. He's never done anything but that.
Academy?
He just gets his little tenure, dude. He's always been in the.
He's in Tucson now?
He has not done anything besides publish books and teach classes, dude.
Crazy people like him.
Like who?
Like schizophrenic people.
Like Noam Chomsky?
Yeah.
I don't like him that much to be schizophrenic. Dude, Trump's done everything but play by other people's rules.
He played by people's rules. The evangelical.
Damn, dude, this money.
He had to get their votes.
See, that's the thing about good money is like when you crumple it, it doesn't rip like that. See how it rips?
Yeah.
You got a splitting headache.
Benjamin? Benjamin F.
What's your view? Do you think you would do you know about monarchy?
Yeah.
Like it caught a bad rap. Cuz a monarchy is not a dictatorship. It's just like having an iconic person in your up there.
But how do they get elected? Through bloodlines.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's going to fail. That's going to fail eventually.
How about this? We always have a female monarch, right? But we always agree. We have to make sure she doesn't have sex with other ugly people, so that she's always hot. Would that be too masculine?
Yeah.
But what if she would have to? But like a female has to have sex with a male in order to have a baby.
Not if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, and Junior.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, I just watched it the other day actually. And believe it or not, I actually I thought it was edgy for today's situations. It's very edgy, transgender, whatnot.
Why don't they play that movie a lot?
I think they think it might be too satirical for people that have who are seriously having issues with transitioning their gender.
I'm having a baby.
Dude, Schwarzenegger played such a good job. He acted like a chick the whole movie. Remember?
Yeah.
He kept on. I'm so hungry. He has his little accent. He just want to cook food all the time.
I saw that in the theater.
He actually played a real good role.
That movie doesn't get mentioned a lot anymore.
I think it's a good movie.
It was like sort of a sequel to Twins, but it wasn't.
It totally was a sequel to
I mean,
Twins. Because it even had, what's crazy? It had that one chick who was in Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
The cop chick, she's in that movie.
His Ivan Reitman movie.
Check it out.
He did a lot of movies with Schwarzenegger.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar. Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar.
Ought to have a cigar.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar.
Cigar.
Steven Seagal.
After dinner, everybody ought to have a cigar.
Steven Seagal. You're listening to the Abe Zucca podcast.
I wonder if I should put different music on.
How's that chop video coming? No?
It's coming along. I get so violent sometimes. I'm like, I know I have a bigger bomb to drop on everybody.
Maybe it's done.
A lot of people like the post I said. I don't have any friends because everybody thinks I'm a Republican. But I'm not. I'm an anarcho-monarchist.
Who liked that?
I don't know. A bunch of people drunk on Saturday night. I'm thinking like...
Sorry if I'm low energy today. I woke up at 8.
No, you're actually high energy. I can tell you're high energy. I feel like I'm offbeat. I feel like I'm aggressive. I'm agitated. I feel like I couldn't make anything funny right now. Do you ever like do a stand-up and you're like, I'm not funny?
Yeah.
Stop laughing even though you're already stopped laughing.
I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Why do I care what you people think of me? Why do I care about all these random people thinking of me? That's good. Why do I need their approval? And I get angry at them, and myself.
Do you ever do that on stage?
Yeah.
You said that on stage?
I didn't say
Why
it.
do I need you guys to like me? Why do I even have to try so hard to like? Why do I have to be your source of entertainment? And like I suck at it, and you're like, just shut up. You're like, even when I'm talking around you, shut up. You just want me to shut up, and I keep talking, I keep apologizing. I'm sorry.
Why do I need random people to like me, and then I feel bad when they don't? I get angry, and that's when I start at bad sets. In the middle of the set. It's usually when I'm tired, though. And they can sense when you're resentful of them.
They can tell deep down, like, you're agitatedly hateful of them.
They can tell that you hate them when you actually do.
I think that's what I got going on for me.
What?
I think that's what my problem's always been.
You hate the people who look at your art? You
Yeah.
hate the people who like your art?
No, I hate the people that I hate the people that are like just like they think they can just look and walk away without giving me a single cent.
And you don't
like, you know the feeling you got when I haven't paid you for this podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm going through, and that's why I paid you.
So they just
I paid you.
They just go into your gallery and they like browse and they don't even stop really and they just go to the next gallery. You can't tell if they like it or they don't like it or what's going on.
I think it's like I think it's kind of a Nietzschean thing, you know, the world's a woman, you know. I don't know what they want, man. They always change their mind. I have no idea what they want. They either want real low grade shit or they want something that's too expensive. You know, women. It's like that all the time.
They want Target.
I feel bad for this guy. You know, there's guys out there that will spend a Hawaiian vacation on a chick, right? A Hawaiian vacation on a woman and not get laid, right?
Yeah.
And then she could have a one night stand at some fucking shitty ass bar and get plowed.
Yeah.
And that's all that guy wanted to do was to plow her. But he didn't even get that. He had to spend so much money. This one guy just had a couple shots, so he got it for free.
That's Darwinism.
That's Darwinism, just rape. rape and then denial of rape. That's what it is. That's what's happening with these women. They want to get raped, like by like something they didn't know they wanted. And then if a guy's too like insecure and like stuttering and like too awkward, they never get laid. Meanwhile, they all of a sudden get a voice and they say, "Me too, I don't like this. Me too, me. And they say, "This is not right. I was duped." No, you weren't. Your body wanted a baby. You fucking put yourself out there. If you were, how come no 80-year-old women are getting raped? Explain this one to me.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, explain to me why an 80-year-old woman's not getting raped. Explain it. I don't know. Why aren't ugly 80-year-old women getting raped? Because they can't have babies. You're the one that brought up Darwin, dude. You're the one that's talking all the science shit. If someone wants to take this conversation and put it into like me being like pro rape, I'm like, sorry, we're in the Darwin science category now.
I just don't like that word.
Rape.
Yeah.
I'll give you a better one. You ever eat shellfish?
No.
You gotta get the tools and you gotta crack the fucking crab legs open. Like, it's never easy to do. It's fucking the worst food ever. You ever had crab legs?
No.
You can though, right?
No.
You never went to a crab feed?
No.
Jewish people aren't into that shit.
They don't eat crabs.
No shellfish from it's not Jewish?
Yeah.
You're fucking with me?
No.
So no shrimp?
Nope.
No shit.
I ate it once.
Jewish people can't eat shellfish.
I ate shrimp scampi once.
Wow. I mean, you're right, because they don't sell shellfish at fucking Chompies.
I saw the
I don't see no shellfish at Chompy's.
I saw you doing the math with your eyes, like.
No, I was just, you know what I was doing? I was actually reviewing every intimate experience I've had with Jewish people.
And they never eat it?
And I was like, yeah, there hasn't. Because I've had Jewish friends before you.
And then,
I've had quite a few
but
Jewish
my grandma, when we used to go to the brunches, she sees shrimps.
She sneak them or what?
No. And then I was like, I want to eat some, and my parents were like, no, you can't eat any. But my grandma was eating shrimps right in front of me.
Your grandma like shrimp?
Yeah. That was fucked up. That was fucked up, right?
Kinda. But
of my parents.
I mean, it's probably, she probably was a cool woman, man. That's tight that she had that venture.
They didn't care.
Well, when you're old, you can do that shit. You're allowed to like break tradition as an old person.
Well, I don't think they did it ever really.
My grandfather used to smoke indoors when they used to tell him not to.
Back in the day, I don't think they did it. They didn't care. They ate whatever they wanted.
I like food. I think what I want to take back and I want to apologize for is for fat shaming people.
Like who?
I was putting stickers out because like everybody wanted to be on to racism, and I wanted people to get like back to like hating fat people and hating themselves.
I'm fat.
I know. I just. Do you understand what I was trying to do here?
I'm technically obese.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Would you rather people hate people for their obesity or the color of their skin?
Obesity.
And that's what I was going for. Not that I believed in it. I don't really care, but I just wanted people to get off the race train.
Because you can control that.
You can control that, and we all can work together at it.
Yeah.
And the fat people can get together and say, I have a right to be fat, and I want to eat. And I would respect that. But you can't say that about like color.
Guess how much I weigh?
What?
260 pounds.
You've always weighed that though, like for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Would you weigh 4 years ago?
235.
Would you weigh like 8 years ago?
I got to 215 once.
That's your low point?
180.
That's your low point in life?
185 when I was running every fucking day, like 2 miles a day.
Because there was this girl you knew, and like, man, one day I'm gonna lay pipe. Is that why you worked out? Be honest with me. You worked out because one day you're like, this girl, like, I need to be ready for her.
Let me think. I was 18, and
I like to feel healthy. I want to be on the prowl. I want to show that I'm like successful.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why.
I can tell you honestly, the only reason why I worked out is because like it's like keeping a condom in my wallet that I never used. That's why I worked out every day. It's like I want to be ready. I want to be ready. Like when she takes her clothes off, I take my clothes off. I don't want her to be like, I'm the one who does sex. No, I'm the one who does sex. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what people compete over. So when we're talking about like these successful fat rich people that just get like how Trump does it, he just sits back there with a cigar, like Bill Cosby, sits back there with a cigar and just lays down there like a fucking kingpin.
That's what that porn star said he did.
He just sat back.
He was like,
yeah, it's sad. I don't agree with that. Like that's how you know I'm not sexist. So no matter all that bullshit I was talking about, an 80-year-old woman, give me a reason why she's not being raped.
So you're saying you stay in check because women control you?
No, I want to be a competitor with her.
Oh.
That's the idea. It's like otherwise I would keep her in check by just being an over-dominant male, regardless of what I look like. I'm like, you're just a stupid woman. You don't know any better. You're supposed to have sex with me.
Like Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, like. You couldn't do shit in this world. I'm the one who pulls the strings. I'm the puppet master. You ain't shit. Sure, in little spots, like sure you could probably pull these little bachelor guys, these little college guys. You could do that all day long.
Those little guppies.
Yeah. I mean that was like the sickest thing I ever saw at strip clubs. Was like Friday and Saturday nights when the fucking bros would come out, and they'd pretty much just like grope these girls left and right. They just grope them without permission. But if you go to a strip club in the afternoon, it's all consensual.
It's business guys.
It's business guys, and it's very chill, dude. Like even the business guys look at you and they're like, you know, everything's very. It's like at the park feeding pigeons.
Because they're just there for a relaxing environment.
Yeah, man. Like I would. Yeah, you know, you just go in there. You just have a. I would just have a glass of. I would have water.
College guys are gonna get too overstimulated too easy.
And at the same time, some of those girls get turned on by that too. So I don't know. I can't speak for them. I would assume that's a little more chaotic on Friday, Saturday nights. Obviously.
I only went to a strip club when I was in college.
Yeah.
It wore off pretty fast. The novelty.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to lose weight, and I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to lose weight, I'd recommend going to a strip club in the afternoon. Honestly, go in the afternoon, because I'm not BSing you. Go in the afternoon, get a stack of ones, get a lot of fucking small money. Go there, sit in a chair by the table where they dance. And what I need you to do is like you just sit there, and you're gonna work on your breathing and your heart rate. So you're gonna keep trying to be like in the presence of something that's like conflicting with your mindset. Because first off, you don't want to be there because you say you don't go to the strip club since college, right?
Yeah.
So first off, you're like, I'm not a fucking pig. I don't go to strip clubs, right? That's number one. That's all. I'm like, I didn't even want to be here because like I'm not a pervert. But you're like, it's okay. You're not a pervert. All you're trying to do is see beautiful some young women, and they look at you with their eyes. They make eye contact with you, and they have fake eyes. They're fake, but you can't tell the difference. And all they do is want something. So all you kind of engage is in the wanting. In their wanting of your like small change, like $5, $1. You know what I'm saying? Just you will now leave the strip club wanting to work out. You'll want to do something with your life. This is totally fucking bullshit.
What about those construction workers that go after work?
I don't know. I mean, if you go at 1 o'clock, 1 in the afternoon, I don't know what's going on with strip clubs now with Corona, but if you go in 1 in the afternoon, there's only like 3 girls in there. Go to Bourbon Street over here.
I'm talking about those construction workers.
What happens?
Why?
What?
Why do they go to it?
Because it's like a dude thing. It's like they might even buy hookers. Like over on the west side, you can buy escorts in these little private rooms, and they run trains on them. Like that's just what they do. It's just culture. It's fucking culture, dude. That's why I'm sick and tired of people talking about culture, because it's like culture is thoughtless activity. So when people talk about like certain culture,
it's inherited.
No, it's not inherited at all. It's actually a behavior you do with other males or other females.
It's inherited wisdom that you never had to learn.
Culture?
Yeah. It's in your genes already.
I wouldn't say it's in your genes. I think the thing that's in your genes destroys culture. It's aggressive. It's against the law. Culture's law and ordered.
Huh?
You don't agree with that one? Is that one playing better now? Oh, this is a whole different.
What are we at? 39 minutes?
Do you know what I wanted to do though? Eli, dig this. Eli, let's do this. You want to do this tonight though? I wanted to go. I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes. Are you following this?
Yeah.
I want to get a pack of cigarettes. Do you want? I want to do a. I want to do a new advertisement campaign for our podcast. Like I want to do like this Jean Paul Sartre thing. Like we're sophisticated. You don't need to inhale, But like I want to have like you have the cigarette. You want to do a cigarette photo shoot?
Okay.
I'm gonna go buy a pack.
Can we do it fast?
Yeah. You're that tired?
Yeah.
That's all good. So what do you? So
when I was filming the movie, I only got 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then I had to go to work at 8 today.
No shit. That's cool.
I got 4 or 5 hours of sleep for a week.
Okay. Is there any last thing you want to talk about on this podcast?
No.
Nothing. You didn't come in here with something? What about the cop that pulled you over without having a light?
Oh yeah.
Is there any comedy there?
So after the last, or I guess it wasn't a podcast, but we were talking about Chop, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't out.
It's not out yet, but we were working on it, editing. Where did the cop pull you over exactly? Like on what side of the freeway? On the east or west side of the freeway?
I was like 1 block away from my house on my side of the road.
Oh, over there.
But I just crossed the street with that wasn't this crosswalk.
And that's what he got all upset about?
And then he started trailing me. He put his lights on. And he's like, why don't you have a light? Why don't you have a reflector? Then they were being real condescending to me, like, safety first. And then I was like, yeah, I live right in this neighborhood.
And you had the Ben Shapiro painting, right?
No, and then, and then I got into that. I live in this neighborhood, and I just forgot my light. I always use a light. He's like, so why are you out? I was like, I was just recording a podcast, and my buddy's, he's an artist. He gave me this.
You didn't tell him where I live, did you?
No. And then I show him, is that Ben Shapiro? And he's like, yeah, I'm a fan.
No shit!
And then
the cop's a big fan of Ben Shapiro?
And then I go, yeah, I do comedy, and he's like a portrait artist, and we're just doing a podcast. And he's like, tell a joke. And he had the light shined on me, and I was like really nervous. I'm like, sorry, this is a weird situation to be in. I can't think of any jokes right now. He's like, I understand.
I think you could tell him a joke. You could say something like...
And then he gave me a citation. Or he gave me a warning or whatever, and then I put all the reflectors and lights on it now. We'll see if that works this time.
I'm thinking you could tell him a joke. You're like, what do you call a... what do you call a counterfeit 20?
What?
No. What do you call what would be a better one? You couldn't tell him a coronavirus joke or something like...
I was about to tell him a 9/11 joke, and I thought that was...
how about this? What do you call an Antifa who doesn't eat meat? You tell the cop, you're like, what do you call a leftist sicko?
Biden. Sure, if I asked him if he was riding with Biden too?
You would know. Dude, that's just so beautiful that he are you telling me he's a big fan of Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, he's a silent majority, dude. Trump's gonna win. That's what you just told me right now. Trump's gonna win. All the cops are against... You know how many cops are employed right now?
Of course the cops don't like Biden. He wants to defund them.
These cops are going to be so upset if Biden becomes president. But I'm glad you had that Ben Shapiro. I saved your fucking life, dude. You could have been fucking dead right now.
But maybe he saw... maybe he saw the reason he pulled me over is because I was holding the painting while I was riding my bike. He's like, did he steal something?
You had it in your arm like this?
I was like holding it like...
Yeah, so it probably looked awkward.
It looked awkward as hell.
But that's tight. He saw the Ben Shapiro. He's like, I'm a big fan. I love...
what happens if you gave me that Ginsburg and then he saw
you would have been killed. You would have been murdered. You would have been murdered.
Oh.
Like if I gave you any of those other leftist fools, if I gave you a Kamala Harris painting, I sold the Kamala Harris.
I would have been the next George Floyd.
I sold the Kamala Harris painting, and I was like, I'm glad that's gone because I couldn't stand the way her teeth. It's like she's always sucking on a fucking.
Who bought that?
I don't know, a nobody.
You sold it through Instagram?
No, I sold it through a friend. I sold it to another friend.
A friend of a friend of a friend?
He probably made like $20 on it. But what do you think of Kamala Harris? Does she look like she just had her wisdom teeth taken out and she's sucking the meat out of the holes that wisdom teeth leave behind?
I did that before.
She's always like this. She's always this. Well, pants. She always like her scowl. Her scowl.
I didn't notice.
Her fucking teeth are all fucking. She's so fucking awkward.
I don't like how she talks a little.
So, anyways,
she says it too over dramatic. Her words.
I wanna. So yeah, we're gonna close up. We're gonna close up real quick. I just want to make a giant apology.
Because after dinner.
Stand back.
I just want to make a giant apology that I played this.
Stand by, stand back and 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 stand by.
I know that might feel like you think Trump has a bunch of white supremacists that are ready to just kill a bunch of people. Just chill out. Chill out. You guys are way out of control.
What did his PR people do when they heard that?
They're probably like, Trump's such a provocateur. You should be lucky you have a president.
Did they go like, he's such a fucking idiot? Why would he say that?
Because, man, like, honestly, like...
Is he just creating problems for himself?
Hopefully there's a giant debate waiting, but there's not. It's all about industry. No matter who your president is, it's an ideological warfare. Make a good sandwich. Just like Muhammad Ali said. You know, you could be the best garbage man or the sandwich artist.
Not everyone likes the president, but everyone likes sandwiches.
Yeah, and a good movie. All right.
Yeah. Dab on the haters.
I'm gonna try to get those cigarettes.